Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I am KaneLocke and today is patch day. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take a look at some of the patch notes. We're going to go over some of the updates and changes, including this guy right here, newest unit in the game, Rodan 1993. Really excited about his inclusion. We're going to see if he can live up to that hype. Now, first of all, before I get into all that, I do want to thank all you guys if you've been a part of Sir Melee's Discord. If you've seen me on the Facebook group, you know I've been going through some stuff recently. I want to take a moment to shout out everybody who's been giving me all kinds of love and support in these difficult times. You guys really have no idea how much I appreciate that, so thank you. Another thing, in case you do hear some noise in the background, we've also got a kitten in the house, and she is dying for attention. So I apologize if you hear her purring in the background. Now, with that aside, let's go ahead, let's take a look. So, Rodan is a trademark character of the Godzilla series. He was one of Toho's first non-Godzilla kaiju to be introduced, and I've got to say, his first movie back there in 1956, one of my all-time favorite kaiju movies. So when he came back for Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 in 93, I was super hyped. I really think they did a lot of really good things with him, and hopefully that carries over into the game here. Now, as you can see, it does say here, it gives you a little bit of background on who Fire Rodan is, kind of like I just went over. The most important change, though, between Rodan 56 and who we have now, this is going to be an evolution unit. So as you can see, the pre-evolution, he's going to be boosting the movement speed of the allies, similar to how Batra's attack boost works. Then we've got the post-evolution. Of course, he's going to have that ranged attack once he evolves. But the really cool thing, the thing that I'm really hyped about, is this second part here. He's going to temporarily boost the movement speed, just like the pre-evolution. But the important part here right at the end is he's going to have an ability where he's going to restore the HP of the surrounding battle pieces when he dies. Now, this could be really cool because we don't have a whole lot of healing going on in the game right now. You've got Mothra's leader skill, which after the nerf, kinda useless, and the same thing happened to the Psychic Chorus, became completely useless. Now, let's see here, sorry about that, just looking at my timestamp. Now, this is big for a lot of reasons. Like I said, the other healing units in the game, they're absolutely terrible, they're just a waste of space in your deck. But if Rodan is going to be supplying damage, especially range damage in that post-evolutionary form, he's also going to be able to keep some of those other units around him alive. That is really, really big, especially if you have a whole swarm of units right in front of your leader. Rodan can come out, he can deal some damage when he dies, he's going to give that health boost to the surviving units around him, maybe keep you guys a little longer, allow you for that second wind to push back. Now again, this is all in theory. It's probably going to be a while before we can see if it's effective in practice, but it's certainly a unique addition to the game that I'm very excited for. Now obviously here we've got the information on how to acquire him. You can get them with the expedition maps from the ranked battles. You can also get him, I'm sure they've gotten here, a special map pack. Those typically they don't usually work out too well. It's still only a 3% drop rate for a 4-star unit. But then if you do get a 4-star unit, there is a 33% chance that it'll be Fire Rodan for that special pack. I still don't recommend it, but if you got the gems to spend, if you got the money to spend, might not be that bad to go ahead and try for him. The great thing though, the thing that I like about this, I've already looked in game here, and there is one pretty exciting new change to the Godzilla Pass rewards. Now, this is for the premium members, which means if you want to get these benefits, those extra maps, those extra coins, they usually have extra icons, things of that nature, you are going to have to shell out $5.49 to get the premium pass. But I always recommend that if you're going to spend money in this game, the premium pass is the way to do it, because you get a lot of rewards for a relatively small amount of money. $5, not bad when you look at other games like Marvel Strike Force that can charge you upwards of $20 or more for the premium pass rewards. But the thing about it that's exciting, and we can go ahead and switch over to the game here, and we'll take a look, and I'll show you just exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I apologize in advance. I already had the game loaded up in the background, but it kind of times out on me. So bear with me here while the game opens up. Alright, there we go. We got a splash screen. Let's go ahead and take a look, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about these changes to the Godzilla Pass rewards. So, first of all, let's get this open up. Alright, let's see here. We've already got the rewards that we can get, the default rewards. We've got the option where we can go ahead and upgrade to that premium pass. But what I want to do is take a look down here, and I'll show you why I like this change. Boom, there it is. Rodan, 4-star unit. We're going to get him a lot earlier than previous seasons that have offered this release method. We're going to get him at reward level 7 if you got that premium pass. That's a really big deal, because previously when they released this new 4-star units, what they'd have them down is they'd have them down usually here at level 15 rewards. The reason that's a problem, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Now, as you've seen in the past with Jet Jaguar, with Godzilla Terrestris, even with Mothra Leo, there have always been missions, special missions associated with that new release. And we're going to take a look here, and as you can see, in order to get some of these rewards, not only are you going to have to use Rodan 64, but you're also going to need, of course, Rodan 93 to get these rewards. Now, by putting Rodan 93 at an earlier unlock in the Godzilla Pass for that premium pass, that's going to allow you to go ahead and get through those missions in plenty of time. Now, this still doesn't help people who can't afford to actually purchase that premium pass, or who choose not to. That still locks them out of being able to achieve some of these rewards. But compared to what it's been in previous seasons, this is a very positive change. So it's another example of Toho Games taking the feedback that it's getting from the community and implementing changes to try to improve these sort of quality of life aspects to the game. Now, as I talked about earlier, we have the Pickup Expedition map that's available in the shops. It's in there right now. Again, I don't usually recommend them, but, you know, like I said, it's your money. You go ahead and spend it how you see fit. Now, the thing that I do like about these now, since they've introduced the posters, it does also give you a limited time poster. And I kind of like the poster for Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. Features all three kaiju front and center. Really nice, clean poster. So it wouldn't be a bad thing to have there, sort of a vanity purchase. And as we just saw, there's going to be the special missions that are associated with this release. So this kind of outlines some of the things you saw me scroll through there in game. You got the 7-day login calendar, which eventually you're going to be able to get one of those expedition maps with that increased chance of pulling Rodan. Again, it's only a 3% chance that you're going to get him, but they're giving it to us for free as long as we log in these 7 days. I'm never going to complain about something free. It also tells you here you win 30 ranked matches with Rodan 64, who's already in game. And with the previous patch, he became far more useful. I've noticed a lot more people are using him, which means a lot more people are going to have easier access to these rewards because they've already got Rodan built up. You've also got the other typical missions in here, watching the ads, completing the expeditions. This is stuff we already do on a daily basis. So getting some additional rewards for the things we already do, that's not bad at all. And it's also got the mission period. Now, this is only going to be running for 10 days, same as the previous missions have been. This one's going to be over on Thursday, October 14th. So as long as you get in there, you do your daily battles, you do your daily expeditions and all of that, you are going to go ahead and be able to get at least a majority of these rewards, even if you don't pull Rodan 93. It's also got the battle stage schedule. You guys can go ahead and take a look at that on your own if you like. I don't pay too much attention to it. I don't kind of frame my day around which stages are going to appear. Again, chances are if you're logging on daily, you're going to get the battles that you need in order to get these rewards from the special missions. Now, I also do want to kind of go over here and we're going to take a look at the notes for the patch itself, not just for Rodan here. And there you can see, I'm glad they've advertised him front and center. I actually really like this character model. Again, I really hope he lives up to expectations. His kit looks good, and I'm excited to see how he actually does. So let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at the end of maintenance notice here. So, of course, the maintenance work was completed, and we've got the season changeover. Of course, same thing as always. This one's going to be Champion of the Sky, and that's going to run until October 28th. So that seems to me like it's a little bit shorter than most of the previous seasons. Part of that had to do with the extension of last season. So I anticipate we'll probably see another extension in this season, but you never know. We'll just have to wait and see. Of course, as we went over, biggest change here, the addition of the new unit, Rodan 93. Got some shop updates. We've got the poster pack. Also, 10,000 G tokens, limited time sales. And obviously, the new version 1.4.2 is available. It is, of course, a required update, same as all of the new seasons. You're going to be prompted to update the first time you try to log in. Now, one of the things that's been an issue in the past with these updates is if you try to click the update link that the game provides, once it takes you to the Play Store or what have you, it's not going to say that an update is available. Easy way to work around that, what you do then is you just go to your search bar, search Godzilla Battle Line, bring it up that way, and it will allow you to update it doing that. Now, I don't know if this extends to iOS, but it is a constant issue on Android, but it's really easy to work around, guys. There's been some bug fixes. The hetero mature stage, his attacks previously were having issues hitting the enemy. Looks like they've fixed that. The battle information for when the Dorats deployed was inconsistent. Not really sure what they're referring to in that case. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to that, but they say they fixed that. Now, this was an important fix. Now, fortunately, I didn't encounter this bug, but apparently in some of the event battles we had last season for the Technicolor Guardian with Mothra, they reversed the positions of the team, and so you weren't able to continue. So it looks like they fixed that. We won't know yet. They haven't released the next event, although they did previously tell us that the next event is going to be Jet Jaguar. So I'm not going to tell you to go hard on trying to build Jet Jaguar up. I'm not sure how valuable he is in the current meta, but it wouldn't hurt to at least get him up to around level 5 like you would do with most of your 4-star units. That's usually where they become usable. In some cases, you can still use him at a lower level, but since you're using him as a leader unit, and we already know how much you get slammed towards the higher end of the event stages, that you want to make sure his HP is as high as you can get. You do that just by leveling him up. It's kind of hard to do. Jet Jaguar is still not all that common of a drop. As you might see later in the video, my Jet Jaguar is still only level 1, so I'm kind of screwed. Now, we also want to go ahead and see the list of the bugs that they're still working on. Some of these are not so big a deal, because I don't think I've seen but one person in game who's used Super X. It says that the hit effects are not multi-hit. So the damage for the 3 shots, looks like the damage hasn't actually been changed. It sounds like this is more of a cosmetic issue, where it's only taking 1 hit. Either way, something that they're working on. Basically, until they fix it, even if you've gotten enough pieces to level up your Super X, might be a good idea to leave him off your team until they've got that bug fixed. Of course, we've still got frequent connection issues during battles. It's something that they're still working on. I imagine that's one of them. It's a little more complex to fix, so I'm not super surprised that it wasn't done in this patch. Some of these other ones are pretty small potatoes. The leader taking damage at the very start of the wave, but it looks like it's only 1 point of damage at the start of the next wave, and it's only if the wave that you're on is cleared while your leader is taking damage. So, again, not that big of a deal, especially since we don't have the next iteration of the event, but it is something that has not been resolved yet, it looks like. Some more sort of cosmetic issues, damage sound effects played in a wave, continuing over to the next wave. I don't usually play with the volume on, so that's not an issue for me. But once the event comes around, be aware that is a known issue. This one probably affected a lot more players last season, because I saw Minya has gotten a lot of playtime this past season. Sometimes his attacks are not landing, even if the stun effect cancels the opponent attack. the attack effect remains, which may make it appear as if the attack did not land. So the appearance of no damage being taken is intentional, and they're looking into ways that they can make that not quite so confusing. So another cosmetic issue, sometimes the unit names remain on the battlefield longer than they should. I've seen that happen a few times. It is only cosmetic. The unit is not still registered as being on the field, so the next time he comes up in rotation, if you encounter that bug, you can still deploy that unit. Again, this is another one we've known about. Some cases, the friend matches are just not working. Displays that they're canceled by the opponent and the match is still loading, and you can't proceed. Very similar to the connection issues we had back in Season 1 and Season 2. Only thing you can do at that point, if you encounter that bug, force quit the app and relaunch it. Again, another bug that was pretty notorious in beginning of last season, I believe it was. Matchmaking not working in the rank battles. It looks like what it's referring to here, though, is the actual matchmaking process in itself. I'm not sure if they're referring to the fact that newer players or players of a lower rank are facing players with battle pieces whose levels are way higher than theirs. I'm not sure if that's what they're referring to. It sounds to me like they're referring to the matchmaking crashes that we were experiencing at the beginning of last season. Again, all they're trying to tell us right now, you've got to force quit the app if that happens and reload. Another couple issues here. This is another one that I've seen a few times. If you recover from communication instability or that connection issue during a battle where it's trying to reconnect you to the servers, sometimes you get stuck in that waiting for connection state. And frankly, the only thing you can do again, you're going to have to take the L if that happens, force quit the app, and reopen it. I haven't seen this one because I don't think they've been putting the third force in during the last season. But it's another bug that's been there for a while in the Tokyo area night. Signs of third force appearing will appear near the end of overtime. Not sure how many people are still encountering that bug, so I'm not sure how many battles are making it to that overtime period, but it is something to be aware of. And it looks like the only new issue added as of this patch is being unable to proceed with certain steps in the organization screen. Now, this, it looks like, requires a very specific set of steps to even encounter. It says here, if you tap any evolvable unit in the deck that cannot be set as leader when swapping the leaders, the close button in the unit details screen will not respond, and you'll be stuck. So again, just quit the app, relaunch it, and just be aware that it is possible that that happens. So, as we expected, this has been kind of a light update in the season changeover this year, or excuse me, this month. We already knew that they weren't implementing any of the rebalancing in the game until the 15th. I think that's probably when we can expect to see the new event, which will coincide with the end of the Fire Rodan special missions period. So there's still more updates to come. Not a whole lot in this update, but we did get Fire Rodan, And again, super excited about that. So what do you guys think of these changes that have been made? Have they been positive, neutral? Do you think they haven't done enough? Go ahead and leave your opinion down in the comments below. So again, I want to thank you guys for turning out for me. Special shout out, of course, to Sir Melee, who kind of inspired me to go ahead and take a chance on making a YouTube channel. Been very helpful. I'll go ahead and leave a link to his channel down in the description below if you don't already have it. And we will see you guys in the next video. Peace!